Hey, Hotashi here. Common request that I see is that some of you in my YouTube comments could use some tips on how to use training mode to learn. So I'd love to help out in this aspect by providing pointers on how to use training mode yourself. First, I'm going to explain the tools we're going to use, then give everything more context by putting together a novice and advanced scenario together step by step. So this is going to be a guide on how to utilize the training mode tools to simulate round start situations. For this, let's be Faust. Then our opponent will be the man himself.
Nagori Yuki.
So, step 1. The first thing you're going to want to do is press the start button and go to button settings. We're going to want a button for the play and record buttons. Right now I have these set to the right stick and the left stick on my DualShock controller. But if you're on stick, or maybe you prefer it to be R2 and L2, I mean, whatever's comfortable, but you're going to want both of these. Let's go to training settings, display settings, controller display, and we're going to hit do not display. Now we'll want to go to opponent status. Well, there's a lot going on in this menu, but for now, we're going to want to go to the block settings and set the opponent to all guard. This will make it so that the training dummy will block as soon as possible. Then we're going to want to go to gauge settings. Since we're going to be simulating the round start setting, make sure that the meter is set to 0 for you and your opponent. For now, we can also set the HP regeneration to normal as well. Now we'll want to go to the position reset menu here, and you want to set this round call option to on. This will make it so that the match starts like the real deal, with the heaven or hell, duel 1, let's rock, like so, upon reset. Now we're going to go to recording settings. Now we're going to want to go to the counter attack settings. This is one of the most important and most helpful menus in the training mode, and it can be a little tricky to understand. So here you can make the training dummy automatically do something upon certain situations occurring, like blocking an attack, right? Recovering from a knockdown under after recovery, and key to this video, after position reset. For this, we're going to want to set slot number 1, or action 1 here, to be Shizuriyuki. This is Nagoriyuki's big slash attack.
Good day for a swell battle. You're up!
You can see the frame the match started, or the frame the match would start, Nagoriyuki immediately did Shizuriyuki. How do we beat this move? Well, we've got it all set up, so why don't we walk through an example scenario. Faust versus Nago, stopping Nago's 623H. This is a very common round start for Nagoriyuki, as it has head invincibility and a fast startup. And I mean, if you get hit by it, the combo is going to do half your life, and if you get counter hit, it's going to do more. On top of that, in almost all situations, it is safe on block. So what can we do? Let's see.
A great slam and then some.
Can we 5k? The answer is no. 5k got beat out immediately. Can we do 5p?
Now go.
No. 5p got punished.
It's on.
6p? Nope.
Here's a real
How about
high-class
5s?
bout. And begin.
Nope.
A great slam and
How about
then some.
2k?
Now go.
Absolutely
This
not.
match will get
2D?
red hot. Here goes.
No doubt.
A brawl is surely
This move is
brewing.
strong.
You're up.
Block? Well, yeah, sure. But what if we could beat it? Let's see.
Good
How
day
about
for
2P?
a well battle. It's on.
Oh, look at that. Do you see how counter hit appears in the top left?
Now go.
It is getting beaten out.
A great slam and then
Surefire.
and begin.
So now you know for sure if Nagoriyuki loves to do 623H. If your friend loves just busting this move out because it's so godlike, well, now you can keep this in your repertoire. 2P on round start beats out 623H. Is there anything else?
You're up.
What if we could walk back?
Surely brewing. Here goes.
So now we've created a situation where we can avoid Shizuryuki at round start. And now there's a whole bunch of permutations. What if we can take advantage of Faust's superior pokes? Let's try.
Good day for a swell battle. Now go.
This 5S 2H after we walk back to avoid Shizuryuki. This is big money, because what do we get to do after? Throw an item. You would hope it's not a donut, but hey, since Nago is so far, we can just keep on tossing. That's what it's all about, right? This is an extremely common round start, and you've created a massive advantage by doing something pretty safe.
Now go.
Now, the next thing Nago would do is actually, if they get sick of you walking back at round start, they'll actually start doing
This match
2S.
will get red hot. You're up.
And you can't walk back to avoid this. The range is humongous. The key is that this is going to be a rock, paper, scissors scenario. So, is there any way we can protect from both round start 2S and round start 63H, Shizuryuki? What you're going to want to do is set after position reset, not on slot 1 or slot 2, but to random. And let's add crouching 2S to the last slot, so it only flips between Shizuryuki and crouching slash. Let's test.
Will get red hot. You're up. A great slam and then some. And begin. Get red hot.
Why don't we try
You're up.
backdash? Well, that seems pretty safe, right?
Good day for a swell battle. Here goes.
You just avoid everything at that rate, you know?
Here's a real high-class bout. And begin.
But are there any problems with this? What happens if the Nagoriyuki really just starts going crazy and does round start Komuriyuki, aka the Blade Blade?
A brawl is surely brewing. Now go.
Uh-oh. Well, you know, not everything is so simple, right?
This match will get red hot. It's on.
It even beats
A great
2P,
slam and then some.
but
Here goes.
5P will beat that out.
Good day for a swell battle. You're up.
5K as well.
A great slam and
What
then
else?
some. You're up.
5S.
Good day for a swell battle. Now go.
And simply down backing. I'm not going to show you every answer on how to deal with Nagoriyuki's round start, but this is how you lab a round start. This is how you do it. Now, I'm going to show you something that's a little bit more in-depth, and we're going to reset all of these slots. Here, we can record custom recordings, and I'm going to show you how that works.
This match will get red hot. Here goes.
Instead of just simulating the round start with the options that the game gives us in that counterattack menu, we can create our own. So, for example, let's say you are running into a problem where Nago does dash forward after Shizuyuki every time, and you want to get good at responding to it, right? This will help you develop some muscle memory. Or, you know they're going to go for grab. What can we do? Backdash to grab. Predictable. Just like that. So if you've seen it one time in a match and it caught you, you know, and you remembered it, this is how you can find out how to beat it. Thankfully, I mean, you have to know how to input the maneuvers with the characters, but this game is on the easy side, so, you know, it doesn't hurt you too much to do a DP into a quarter circle forward. So, you can sim a lot of situations. Let's try, let's do this. How do we beat this? The problem with that pressure, if you're Faust, is number one, if you mash, you're gonna die. Also, and even though he used all those specials, he's not gonna go into Blood Rage, which you can see here. He's gonna be right under the cap. You see that? Is there anything we can do here? Tasty. Did you know that Komuyuki into Shizuyuki has a gap that you can throw?
Here's a real high-class bout. Here goes.
You can also backdash it. That should have a pretty high success rate.
A great slam and then some. It's on.
And of course, if you press a button, you're toast. Nobody wants to see that. If you jump out of this pressure, you'll get hit on jump startup. See how we're holding up back in the top left? That's the input history. You can see exactly what you were doing to get hit. Up back would usually register as a block input even though you're in the air, but this Komuyuki into Shizuyuki, it hits you during jump startup, which is an unblockable period of time when your character takes to the air.
Good day for a swell battle. And begin!
So, you could say my three options are 1. Block, 2. Throw, and 3. Backdash. Say, for example, you're labbing against Shizuyuki on round start, and even though you know you can 2P it to stop him from taking advantage on hit or on block, he mashes something afterwards. You can set after hit. Check it.
This match will get red hot. Now go!
See that? See how he's thrashing on 5k? Just like the real thing.
A great slam and then some. You're up!
Isn't it frustrating?
Good day for a swell battle. It's on!
What can we do to stop that, you
This
think?
match will get red hot. Now go!
It recovers so quickly.
A brawl is surely brewing. Here goes!
It hits our 5S. Isn't that
Here's a
insulting?
real high-class bout.
Can we do 2H? That'll teach him a lesson. Stop mashing buttons, damn it! Take your round start lost like a man. That should give you some ideas on how to handle using the training mode tools to lab. This is very important. If you learn something in your match and you take it back to training mode, this is how you accelerate your learning very quickly. This was just part 1. In the next video, I'll paint a different scenario for you so you can gain an understanding of how to use even more tools. If you have any questions, ask in the comments below. Hey, take care.